Thank you, Lord Mayor. Firstly, I would like to pay tribute to Breed, Anne and Anne and their neighbours in the Holy Land and the Lower Ormeau for their steadfast, indefatigable campaign to reverse the decline in their area. Without their hard work and commitment, we wouldn't be standing here today demanding that they get better support to help improve the area. Plus, if you think things are bad now, imagine what it would have been like without them shining a light on the problems and demanding support. My heart goes out to those people whose lives are made a misery by people who seem to have no regard for the impact of their behaviour on their neighbours and those around them. That said, the people living in the Holy Land shouldn't have to be calling out for help. We as a city need to think more fundamentally about what it is the Holy Land and the wider area can be and take steps to make that happen. You only have to look at the Wildflower Alley as an example of what can be in the area, and I think that's a shining example of what we want to do in the Holy Land and the wider area to improve the environment and the well-being and the positivity around people's environment and living conditions. The area might hit the headlines around Freshers or St Patrick's Day, but there are year-round problems that residents face, and dealing with it in the current way is not only resource-intensive, but is effectively putting a sticking plaster on a gaping wound. I recognise the hard work of those who, week in, week out, try to keep the area clean and deal with the antisocial behaviour, but that isn't dealing with the source of the problems. I welcome the opportunity to second Councillor Grugan's motion here tonight and wish to highlight the wider need to be creative and brave in how we deal with this issue and the wider issues facing areas like this in South Belfast, because we know what is happening in the Holy Land, we know what is increasingly happening in Lower Ormeau, we know what is happening in places such as the Village, Sandy Row and the Lower Lisburn Road. If you don't take steps now to deal with this issue and think about it in a more productive, creative and forward-thinking way, we're going to lose the Holy Land, we're going to lose other parts of South Belfast, and it's going to become a wider issue that this council, that the police, the universities have to put more and more money into. Residents are going to have to continue living in fear for their own safety and well-being. Is this what we want to have for our city, or do we want to have a city where people can live side by side in integrated, mixed and varied communities? And I think that's now where we need to take steps to stop just doing the same thing year in, year out, but actually look at where we can go as a city in terms of dealing with this issue and taking the brave and creative steps to actually make it happen. Thank you.